Alright, this is going to be my first episode of a new series. This series is called Batshit Ideas with Jeremiah. Bear with me on this one, please. Okay, so you might be wondering, why is there a bunch of bullshit in your bed? It'll all make sense in a minute. So, if we take this motor, okay, let me just try to. I'm gonna be working out some kinks, so please bear with me on this. Take this reel. I want to make a different plate to put on the drive on the output because I don't want to ruin this just in case the whole thing fails. And this is a nice old reel, so I don't want to ruin this. Actually, hold on a second. Okay, I'm back. This might actually work better. If this has the same drive as this, like the same, because it's just a little rounded with it's a round shaft with the flat spots. This has the same size drive as this. I can rob this one because I don't give a fuck about this one. Is that a fucking bike grip? I don't know. I got both of these I found in, they were left in a garage at somebody's house that they bought. Sorry, I don't have my tripod right now, so this is all going to be freehand and shaky and gross, but I had to get this on a video before I forgot it. So let's just put that aside. So we take this reel, put it onto just a flat piece of metal. Now the way that the drive is going to work is not going to be to my liking. So what I'm going to have to end up doing is taking the forward mount. Let me see if I can. Don't look at this. That's a totally different idea. So what we do is, say there's a flat plane like this. This marks the bottom of the reel. Big reel. Bar drive. Reel going that way. Whatever. Looking down. Coming off the edge. Maybe like right here would be a motor plate that can slide up and down. So what we do is on here we would cut the finger drives off, the finger lever, the place where you put your hand. Cut them off, drill a hole, and I'd either put one plate on there for extra support. Yeah, okay. Drill 2 holes right here and here, or in like the thicker parts. Mount a bigger round plate so then it can accept a spur gear like this, but metal. A very big gear reduction for more torque. So we take, I'm looking through the camera, so please bear with me. Jagged, whatever. Big spur gear right there. Yeah, I know it's not round. We take our motor, put the motor down here, and then have it somehow drive, have it get close enough with the sliding piece here, have it drive. So when we take this entire setup, we can have an ESC back here or wherever it fits properly. Take all of this, right, the drive system, and then we can hook up ESC with a custom wire splitter, so then the Deans, it'll connect, I can plug in 2 Deans to connect to 1 battery, right? So I'll finally have 2 connectors that can run off of the same battery, and then I can just not turn this one on. I really hope it doesn't start a fire. And I wouldn't use this motor, I would use the rebuildable motor that I have, but I can't fucking find it. Or I'd even use like a Reedy motor or something. Probably a 540 can, because the 550 is going to be a bit big. I take, get a bed identical to this one, or maybe even the long wheelbase one that's not chopped. Painted a totally different color, and then I don't know what I'd write on the side of it. Cut a hole in the bed, big ass hole in the bed. Hard mount this to the chassis. Probably like right around here, because the battery is right underneath this. So like right about here, have it running back. I would cut either the entirety of this off, or just a slot here with reinforced aluminum or steel all the way through with guides on the back. Have like come like through like right around here. Have it come out and then have your drive right here. Yep. You're totally understanding what the fuck or where the fuck I'm going with this. With the motor, it wouldn't clear the motor, would it? No, it wouldn't clear the motor. So the motor has to be ever so slightly down. Right? Motor, drive with ESC and the spur gear, right? And then we'd have an oversized winch in the back. So we'd have an oversized winch for cheeseburger. It's going to require a lot of customization. Like, let's just say that the plate this mounts up to is this, kind of a little bit longer. And if you look at the bottom of this, it looks like it has almost like a, looks similar to like a reed. You know how a fucking fishing reel mounts up. So if we have it, I have to look over the phone. Have it mounted like that. We have screw hole on this, and have bars that go across that are, I'd say about a half-inch wide. Half-inch wide bars. Can't see. Going across the front and the rear, and then we can also use these placement holes to hold the extension piece for the motor. And then the motor would be the motor plate down here. Something like this. I'm still looking through the camera, so if it looks like I'm drunk, that's why. It to be a little bit longer, but on this piece, it would have sliding pieces on here to bring the motor pitch closer and further back, and also the piece that's on the motor mounts up to will also, like a secondary piece with the right angle with the fucking motor and the output shaft and the motor will also be able to like pivot back and forth to get the gear mesh right. It's just like when I did the plate down in here. I left a ton of room for error because I don't have precision tools. I cut the fucking slots with that with a full power, like with an 18 volt grinder, like an angle grinder, not a fucking Dremel. I use an angle grinder to cut those holes. And almost every hole on that entire thing is slotted to make sure that everything would work properly and fit properly, so that there was plenty of room for error. Is anybody still watching? Okay. The basis that all you need to know. Winch. Big fuck you, winch. That's probably not going to be any more powerful than a normal winch, but it's going to be a recovery winch. And when I do the second bed for this, I'm going to fucking remove heaps of material to make it look twice as rotted out. And I'm also debating on a light bar, but I don't think I'm going to go that far. I think it's a fucking funky idea. And I also don't know how I'm going to mount it to the chassis, because the chassis rails, I would have to remove the receiver box and hard mount it across. I don't even know how the fuck I'm going to attach it on there, but if I do attach it on there, it's going to have to be directly to the chassis. So I might drill a hole or two through this fucking chassis. Anyways, if you made it this far, holy fuck. If you didn't make it this far, understood. Until next time.